Hey guys, Ryan here for your next Blender tutorial. Are you ready for this one? So as promised in my last video, if you check out all the other videos that we've been doing, I've been going through Blender's internal textures. The textures that you don't have to go and Google and look for, high definition range images, or you don't have to go look for like a 16K image or something like that, because it's all in Blender. And you know what, the textures are really cool. So that's why I've been going through each one individually. If you just search my channel for the different textures, I'm talking about these guys over here, then you'll find the one that you're looking for, and I show you what you can do with each. And well, I just give you a quick example of each one and how to work them. So the next one that we're going to be looking at, if I do Shift A, then it brings me up this this menu over here that gives me all my different nodes. And so as promised, magic texture. All right, just drop it over there by clicking. Excuse me. I'm going to attach the color, and then of course I'm going to take my viewport and put it into render view. All right, and then it's going to show me my magic texture. Pretty awesome, eh? All right, so the magic texture is very good for fabric. If you're trying to create some sort of fabric, like it's good for cloths, you know, for cloths. What is the plural of cloths? Is it clothes? Just saying. All right, cloth. You can have abstract patterns. You can make colorful patterns. All right, and just by changing this distortion here, ooh, look at that. You can see the different patterns that you can make. Oh, excuse me. Just needed more coffee. Okay. So when I change distortion, you can see the patterns that I make. In fact, you can check how when I increase the distortion, how small it gets. And when I come bigger, when I decrease the distortion, here you get all the different patterns in that. All right. The other thing that you can do is by changing depth, you actually change how complicated the pattern gets. So let me just show you quickly. So I'm going to change it up to 4. Let's just compare, right? I go to 1. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I go to 2, 3, you're noticing how complicated the pattern's actually looking, right? So if I take distortion back to 1, and let's say I start increasing my depth, you can actually see how much more complicated it gets, okay? Compared to 2, let's go to 3. All right, can you see how it's changed? Let's go to 4. All right, you can see how it's almost like it's adding in to the pattern. Look at that, pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. And then obviously you can change your scale of that pattern. See, I can make it a lot more bigger. Let's take this distortion a bit more. Take this pattern more seriously. Look at that. Doesn't that look like a face? There's the eyebrows, the mouth. Pretty cool. Now watch, if I half it, can you see it's less complicated? Something quite different, huh? So that's between depth and distortion. And even when I change my scale, I change the actual, obviously, scale of the pattern. All right. But now something else that I can do, right? I'm going to take this back. I'm going to make my distortion by 2. Okay, now let's go for 3. What if I make that 3? Okay, yeah. Well, I guess that's where it was. All right. You can actually go Shift A, Vector, Color Ramp. No, I'm lying. Converter, Color Ramp. My bad. You'll see if I pull it over here, it adds it in for you. Thank you very much. Obviously, let's pull out the color. Let's put our factor in, although it doesn't really make a difference, right? As I start playing here, I start strengthening my contrast of my pattern. All right. Let's strengthen the whites. You can see how it gets a lot more white. And look at that. Can you believe we just almost looks like a clown now. Look there. There's the eyes, there's the nose, there's the mouth. How cool is my magic texture? Make that one. In fact, what if I... so there, it's less complex. My distortion up to maybe about 6. Alright, so you can see just playing around with the depth, try and familiarize yourself with what's going on here, and then yes, so color ramp. Alright, and again, as we know with the color ramp, the side that you shift this to is the side that it's going to add more of the contrast in. Alright, so I've got about in the mid sort of area here. Seems to do the trick quite nicely. Okay, as you can see, here's one for you to try. If I make that 5, if I make this 16 point, and if I make this, you can even go 0.5. Look at that, almost like a wallpaper, don't you think? Hey, pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so yes, and in fact, I'm going to go one more further. What if I do a mix RGB? Let's put that in there, shall we? I'm going to plug that into Factor, and let's say I make the one 2 different colors. Look at that. Alright, we go for more, maybe like a, hey, how nice is that? Strengthen my contrast. There's like a nice fabric / wallpaper / I mean, you know, really you could do a lot with that. So yes, so there it is, magic texture. There's a bit of a setup for you. Pretty cool, pretty awesome, guys. Until the next video, please subscribe to this channel and like this video, because I know that you like this, the fact that you can make wallpaper like this. You see, you wouldn't have had to go on and look on the net, and plus, like I said, you start playing around with these settings over here, man, who knows where the limit is. Alright, until then, check you guys in the next video. Cheers.